Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my bed again. It's another episode of Morning Thoughts, and I've got plenty of them this morning. It's the following Tuesday after Memorial Day weekend, and I've been up for hours. It's 7 a.m. and wanted to have a real chat and a real warning to all of you on something that I absolutely want you to hear me on and hear me clear about what I'm going to talk to you about today. And it is something so serious and so detrimental that you don't realize how serious it is and how detrimental it is until for some people it's way too late. And that's why we need to talk about this today. For those of you that may be new here, my name is Tracy, and I try to help coach people through narcissistic abuse. And for many people, this type of insidious abuse has been going on for you since you were a child. And many of you are not aware of it and what is happening and why. When you picked certain partners, there was certain things about them that felt very familiar to you, even though they were toxic, very harmful traits. And unless you start talking to somebody and getting the help and going no contact, which is something I need to stress today more than ever, distancing yourself, going no contact from these characters, because what can happen is it's a saying that I remember somebody telling me that I worked with many years ago. I remember her saying, good thing, she said, bad things happen to good people all the time. Bad things happen to good people. And it takes one instant in your life to change the course of your life forever. And when you stick around a narcissist longer, way past the point that you should, or you believe that you can be around them, even if it's family members, you believe you can make it work. What is happening through time is all of that is festering inside of you, you guys. And it is building, and the tension is building, and the frustrations are building, and the anger is building, and the resentment is building. And that's very, very dangerous. More dangerous, I think, than anything else. I mean, reactive abuse is when somebody has been pushed to their ultimate limits, goes and snaps, says things that are incredibly awful or mean, or yet a lot of times reactive abuse can look like the form of heavy drinking, because you just don't know how to handle all the horrible things that are going on around you from what the narcissist is pulling. So that's a form of reactive abuse. You're abusing yourself. And then what can happen is that narcissist in your life, they have been poking a polar bear over and over and over and over again. And I've seen it. I have had clients get on the phone with me in absolute tears at the most desperate place in their life. The narcissist put their hands on them. They responded from all the years, all the issues, they responded back, and it's your word against theirs. So, you know, how are you going to explain that in a court of law, that you've been pushed and you've been abused mentally for years and years and years. How, it's very hard to prove. And so I worry about a lot of you who are putting yourselves in situations where it's very dangerous, you guys, what is happening internally inside of you, and you don't even realize it until something terrible happens and it's too late. I've seen this happen, you guys. I've seen people react in ways that are so out of their character. And then what happens is that's exactly what that demon inside of that narcissist wanted all along. Look what you did. You see, you are just like me. See that? We are one and the same. That's what that demon's saying to you when it gets you to do things completely out of your character. Monstrous things that, for some of you, you're going to have a hard time forgiving yourself for. You'll be working on that. And it could be that one particular incident for many years of your life, never forgiving yourself for getting to that point. It is so serious, you guys. It is so severe. So never underestimate that the narcissist is going to be poking you and prodding you and doing these things to you because it is waiting for you to snap so it can use that and hold that against you for the rest of your life. Remember the time you did this, and that? And people have ruined their whole lives over a narcissist, lost their business, lost, their cars, lost their reputation. So if you're listening to this video, please, 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 please heed my warning that if you know that you are still dealing with a narcissist in your life, it's very scary what can happen to you. And you need to do everything in your power to getting away from that person. Don't wait and don't think and don't believe them when they're telling you that they're going to fix it and that they're going to change. And, opportunity upon opportunity arises for them to do so. And you're back where you started. And what's happening to you is that frustration inside of you is growing like a cancer. It's getting worse and worse and worse for you. And they are quite literally killing you. They're killing your God-given spirit. They're killing your soul. They are putting themselves and their shame and all of their shame-based behaviors, they're putting it onto you, and they want you to carry that for them. And my God, if they can get you to do something that is absolutely apparent, they are going to be like, good, you see, the problem wasn't me all along. I wasn't the problem. The problem is you. And they're really good at it. And I believe it's the inner workings of a demon inside of these people. And it wants you, okay? Any way it can get you. And it wants you to fail. It wants you to do things that you, being a good person, being compassionate, being empathetic, you're going to have the most trouble forgiving yourself for your reaction to their abuse. It's no joke. It's no joke. Your livelihood is at stake. Your health is at stake. Your mental health is riding on complete instability all the time because they're taking away your sense of safety and stability. And if you don't find a way and talk to someone about how can I, start talking to people, you guys. Start networking, start finding other options for you. Please trust me on this one, because you may think you got them under control, you can handle them. Oh, I can't leave them. They're my family, all kinds of things that you'll say to yourself. But what it's doing to you in those years is quite horrific. And you don't want to let this happen. Trust me. You don't want to let this happen. Well, that's my message this morning. I feel for all of you that are going through financial struggles right now, financial binds, areas of your life that you are having a hard time figuring out, what you need to do, how you need to do it, how you need to get a plan set up for yourself, because the economy is so horrible. That's why a lot of people I'm working with, that's what's happening. It's not a really great time to move, not a really great time to even rent in the United States, let alone buy a property right now. Yeah, right. So a lot more people are finding themselves feeling absolutely stuck, absolutely trapped. But I am telling you today, you would rather go to a shelter and figure out your next step than taking one more day from your precious life to allow this kind of abuse to continue on in your life, because what it's doing to you internally is something out of this world. It's not normal what these people do to you. It's not normal. Conversation upon conversation, they're not listening to you. Okay? And that's going to do something to you. And I don't want to see that happen to any of you. I really don't. So I hope this message helps you guys to understand the severity of another type of thing that can happen through time. All of that is going somewhere inside of you. That's why a lot of you are sick. That's why a lot of you you drink. I know. And you do things. You do these things because for some of you, all you want is just a few hours to not think, to just not have to deal with what you know is going on all the time with the abuser in your life, or potentially a few of them. So you do these things. And what you really need to do is you got to do everything in your power to getting away from these characters. I'm telling you, it is the only answer. And it is the reason why everybody in this community says it. You have to go no contact. And if you don't do it, or at the very least move far away from them, it's going to affect you. It's going to affect you in very negative ways. So, yeah. Any of you having difficulty in this area, please listen to what I'm saying. Get out now. Don't wait. Do not wait on things like this, because it's very severe. Well, that's my message this morning, and I'm sorry it's not a positive one, but I hope that you guys are able to hear it and understand that it's a topic that is hard to discuss. A lot of you, nobody wants to sit here and have to talk about the things they did there is no excuse, okay, for reactions like that are, out of your character, right? But that's why I'm trying to say, like, you have to make better choices to getting yourself out of these toxic environments before they change you. Because that's what my message is. If you're not careful, this type of abuse will change you. And it will allow you to do things that you are horrified by. So, yeah. Do everything in your power, talk to a coach, make an appointment, uh, you know, get yourself a plan ready and get moving on it. Okay. And so anyway, I hope you guys have a really great start to your week. I know in the States we're starting our week today, but yeah, I love each and every one of you, and I will talk to all of you very soon. And Trace Face, it's time we all face that truth together.